What's up, dumpster babies? I'm taking a break from catching Trashimon to tell you I got blocked by none other than Black Comic Book Jesus himself. Isom Avery, Eric July Silman Knox. Yes, that Eric July. The guy who calls himself Young Rippa 5'9", young as in pretends to be, Rippa as in rip-off specialist, and 5'9" as in 5 feet 9 inches tall. This comes as a bit of a surprise. Eric always touted himself as someone who was above blocking, opting to instead monetize the haters, as he liked to put it. But something must have changed his mind. It seems many of Eric's ridiculers are finding themselves blocked. It has me wondering why. Why is the self-proclaimed toughest guy in comics all of a sudden ducking his critics like a dipshit girl in blackface at a rave in Israel? Could it be that the bottom of his empire of retard comics is falling out? The big industry legend, Chuck Dixon, writer of Nightfall and other stuff, I'm assuming, launches his book of Eric July's creating, Alpha Core. Alpha spelled like the Greek letter, core spelled like the middle of an apple, to a third of the initial Isom boom, with many of his top pay pigs shelling out $800 a purchase, and his spineless, yes man, YouTube BFFs pimping it like a $2 whore. And yet the sales have plateaued, and the push for the next book, Yara, Yai Era, the CrossFit Killer Frost ripoff, is already underway. And knowing the Rippetards like I know I do, the only thing they hate more than a black Spider-Man is a female writer. So Eric, you have 2 books you're struggling to sell while you finish editing the ending to your magnum opus, Isom 3. The one where we find out what Isom's powers are. But you are Isom, aren't you, Eric? That's why you gave him your ancestor's name, gave him your own personal origin story of watching the helpless woman die in front of you. And more likely then, not your own heart when we find out Isom and Bloodroot, Bloodruth, Antflow fall in love and get married just like you. Because that's what this whole comic book is about. Violating your fragile ego. A pathetic excuse for you to write yourself a hero fantasy where you're the strongest and toughest guy in the whole world, and anyone who mocks or disrespects you gets murdered for it. Because no matter how much you try to hide your true self behind all the big words and esoteric economic philosophies, you're still just a wannabe tough guy. Filing bullshit copyright strikes on people who belittle you, threatening to sue people who make fun of you on a comedy show, being so afraid of someone coming to mock you to your face, you file a police report and brag that you could kill that crazed man for taping some money to a door of your precious warehouse. And now here you are blocking anyone who might laugh at you. Oh, how far the Emperor has fallen.